four members, myself, Pradhamesh, Babajan, and Bharat. Moving on to the introduction. This presentation is a critical evaluation and assessment of Indra Nooyi, who is the former CEO of PepsiCo, the United Company, based on established theories and models of leadership. Also, we are going to discuss about the Keir Starmer, who is the current Prime Minister of UK. In addition, the debate will go deeper and apply the appropriate theoretical approaches to each leader by analyzing how their approaches to leadership are manifested by various standards of motivation, communication, and decision making. Moreover, this presentation aims to demonstrate how leadership theories can be applied to examine and evaluate actual leadership behaviors to provide an idea about the factors that constitute successful transformational leadership in different organizational contexts. Coming to the next slide. In this slide, we are going to discuss that Indra Nooyi, who is the PepsiCo's former CEO and the chairperson from the year 2006 to 2019, she was a successful commercial leader who was sustainable at the same time and known for her innovative and radical leadership. The purpose The performance with purpose that integrated profitability and social responsibility to the promotion of healthier products, reduction of environmental footprint, and diversity within the workplace. Additionally, she also managed to expand sales of PepsiCo in the year between 2006 and 2017. She was mainly focused on innovation by making investment in research and development, and this led to the development of low sugar beverages and nutritional snacks. Moreover, of Forbes has repeatedly referred to her as one of the 100 most powerful women in the world because of her transformational leadership approach and worker engagement of Indra Nooyi. The evidence based, people centered, and the future based strategy exhibited by PepsiCo CEO Indra Nooyi made it not only more competitive on the global level but also transformed corporate sustainability, turning out to be very one of the most influential CEOs of modern business history. Indra Nooyi's performance with purpose project provided creative and long-term leadership to PepsiCo from 2008 to 2019. She struck a balance between profitability and social responsibility, advocating for healthier goods and environmental sustainability. PepsiCo's revenue increased from 35 billion to 63.5 billion during her tenure, demonstrating a strategic success in the year 2018. Her transformational leadership positioned her among the world's 100 most powerful women in Forbes in the year 2020. Coming to the next slide. This slide basically demonstrates that the overbearing style of leadership demonstrated by Indra Nooyi could be described as transformational, flexible, and democratic empathy. Transformation leadership refers to the style where leaders motivate and empower the subject to perform better than expected by creating a common vision, facilitating innovation and individual growth. She was also relentless in the pursuit of a long term vision. Her strategy of high performance with purpose focused the PepsiCo portfolio on healthier products, sustainability, and social responsibility. In addition, during her rule, PepsiCo reduced water usage per unit production by 26% between 2006 and 2015. Her capacity to forecast consumer health trends reflected strategic boldness. Although the investors were against her, she just re engineered the company in the areas of innovation, marketing, and budgets. Simultaneously, the democratic style of Nui made it possible to promote open communication and listening to different teams and their involvement in the decision making process. She was very empathetic and she wrote individual letters to the parents of all her executives, which made her more trusted and brought them closer. Nevertheless, this strategic thinking was expensive, where the critics noted that she put purpose over short term profits and the radical action would risk losing current customers. However, her, her level headed responsible management left a chasing impact, which proved that business and intention can be combined. Inzanovi leadership was transformative, flexible, and empathetically democratic. Her project approach refocused on PepsiCo on healthier goods, sustainability, and social responsibility. She showed strategic boldness by predicting health trends and re engineering operations over investor opposition. Her empathy and inclusivity built trust via open communication and personal gestures, but some contended that her long-term approach geoparadised short-term earnings. Next will be continued by Prathamesh.
Thank you, Janvi. So I'm continuing with the slide, which is application of leadership theory or model. In this slide, I'm going to talk about the transformational leadership approach. So basically, transformational leadership approach is between the leader and the follower. So it is surrounded by the three things, which is relationship, environment, and leader attributes. So we have taken sources at Korejan and Shahbazi 2016. Indra Nooyi leadership is strongly aligned with transformational leadership theory. The goal of transformational leadership approach is to inspire and motivate followers to exceed expectation through inculcating vision, trust, and personal development. Courage and Shabas 2016. It is given in that source. The creativity challenges of old norms and individual development are triggered by innovation, inspiration, intellectual stimulation, and personalized concern, which are used by leaders, leading to greater engagement. Besides, she inspired individual with a powerful vision and purpose by focusing on innovation, inclusivity, and sustainability at PepsiCo Freeland 2020. Her approach of performance with purpose was the embodiment of the idea of transformational in the sense that it was promoting the term to become financially successful as well as having a social and environmental impact. Noi focus on empathy, empowerment, and long-term development, which result in high level of organizational commitment and culture change. You can see in this figure, it is given, it has empowerment, shared vision, integrity, culture, self-reflection, ethical, and charisma. So I'm moving toward my next slide. So in my next slide, I'm going to discuss about behavioral theory of leadership. So theory of leadership we have to discuss is like it's for concern of people and concern for results. So it include uh, five parts. Middle of the road is management. So the first is country club management, second is team management, third is improve improvised management, and fourth is produce or perish management. So as talking about this slide evaluates the behavioral style theory aligned sustainability stability with Indra Nooyi's leadership style. The leadership of Indra Nooyi is quite consistent with the transformational theory. The behavioral theory of leadership is based on action and behavior of leaders as opposed to their personalities or skill. Serek 2023, it is recorded in this source. As the CEO of PepsiCo, she initiated the campaign of performance with purpose that put emphasis on sustainability, employee welfare, and community collaboration. Saporito 2016. In this source, it is recorded. And this is the concept of empowering and inspiring the followers. The leadership style applied by Novi was democratic, open communication, empathy, participating decision making, which inspired the teams through inclusion and trust. She developed trust and loyalty by creating diversity, ethics, long term social value, which shows that the best leadership is service based, caring, and committed to joint success. I have completed with my slide. I will request Babajan to continue with the next slide.
Yeah, thank you, Prathamesh. Coming to this slide, we have overview of leader 2, which is Keir Starmer. In this slide, Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom and leader of the Labour Party since 2020, is known to be a pragmatic and strict leader since government of the UK 2020. Starmer, a reformed human rights lawyer and former director of public prosecutions from 2008 to 2013. He developed a reputation for being upright and responsible, as well as making evidence based decisions. His leadership has been marked by determination to revive the people's faith in politics, improve economic stability, and increase the services provided to the people. In addition, during his tenure, Labour shifted towards a centrist and competent agenda of reaching out to working class and middle income individuals, according to Ainsley 2023. More so, the focus on economic discipline and institutional reforms by Starmer assisted the Labour Party in regarding credibility, which led to the party's success in 2025 general elections. His leadership has been characterized by political stability, dedication to social justice, and legal clarity, which is the case with years of political turmoil followed by his line. And focused on economic restraint, ethical government, and national unity, Labour won the 2025 elections. And as he experienced as a human rights lawyer, he influenced his integrity and accountability. He has changed so many Labour's policy towards moderate, competence-driven approaches to build public trust, according to Ensley 2023. And the next slide will be about leaders' predominant style based on the actions, decisions, and impact. In this slide, we demonstrate that the following dominating leadership style of Keir Starmer can be evaluated critically as the transformative leadership style with pragmatic overtones. His tenure as Prime Minister of the United Kingdom is characterized by the determination to restore the lost public trust and institutional honesty after several years of political instability. In addition, the transformational elements can be shown by his vision of a decade of national renewal that focus on unity, economic growth, and ethnical governance. So, as an illustration, his proposals of the so-called mission government policies that focused on financial stability, energy shift, and healthcare from reform demonstrate the proactive and cause-oriented agenda that tried to evoke a social transformation in the long form. Nevertheless, the leadership of Stormer is characterized by transactional and careful traits, especially when it comes to decision making. So, more of a measured realism than an ideological excitement with ambition and practicalities mixed, according to Stacey 2024. Altogether, the leadership of Keir Starmer is based on both transformational and thoughts and practical government, which focuses on ethnical leadership and national authority. I have finished my slides. Now my friend will continue.
Uh, Thank you, Bhavsan, and hi everyone. This is Bharat. Hi everyone, this is Bharat, and I'm here to explain the slide of application of leadership theory or model. In this slides tells about that the leadership of style of Keir Starmer is compatible with the disruptive leadership approach, and also the disruptive leadership style in this case interfaces with the conventional management approach since it promotes creativity, risk taking, and adoption, and P-autonom in 2024. And also this application of theory, which is the Keir Starmer embodies disruptive leadership, which promotes innovation, adoption, and also risk taking. And he has remade the UK Labour Party and transforming it from Corbyn's radicalism to a moderate mainstream position in 2021. And also the application of leadership, which the disruptive leadership style disrupts standard management by encouraging incentives in P-autonom in 2024. And also the Starmer has made efforts as the leader of the UK Labour Party to change the image of a radicalism of the Corbyn era party to a more moderate, respectable alternative to a conservative in 2021. His disruptive style involves challenging the old political ways of doing things and also changing party agendas and focusing on integrity, responsibility, and also practical change. The disruptive of leadership style in this case interfaces with the conventional management, which approach since it promotes creativity, risk taking, and also adoption in 2024. And coming to the next slide, this slide tells about that application of leadership theory or model. And also we can see the image. There are four leadership models, which is delegating and supporting, coaching, and also directing. These are the leadership styles. Um, Situation leadership styles, which is evaluates that the situation leadership model is appropriately matched with the leadership style of Keir Starmer. As far as leadership is concerned, the success of the leadership is reliant on the ability to align individual style with the level of maturity and also competence of the followers. Hersey and Blanchard in 1979, and the Starmer as the Labour Party leader, according to the model, has demonstrated flexibility in the making a pragmatic and also consensus oriented approach towards restoring the unity in the group following the internal wrangles and the poor results in the election. And the situation leadership, which model states that effective leadership is the based on the changing one's style to maturity. Hersey and Blanket 1979. He exhibits the adaptability by switching from the left wing to centrist methods to a re-established party unity Venkat in 2024, and also his pragmatic consciousness driven approach demonstrates sensitivity to followers skill and the situation, and the unity of the group following internal wrangles and the poor results in the election. To attract more people, he shifted to a more moderate policy-centered approach, shifted to a left-wing stance, showing his flexibility to a political environment. Beckett in 2024, the fact that he could adjust his communication tone and priorities based on the situational needs demonstrate the key principle of the theory, which is to tailor the leadership style and achieve the best outcome. And moving to the next slide, this slide tells about the conclusion of the conclusion, which is the Indra Nuis. Indra Nuis, as well as Keir Starmer, is a transformative leader who integrates vision and reality. And Nui Starmer respectively transformed the strategy, corporate sustainability, and the political legitimacy and stability respectively through the compassionate and innovation-led approach of performance, which purpose and the pragmatic reform the Labour Party. And also Indira Nooyi performance with purpose approach the measured with compassion effective into the business strategy. Key Starmer realistic changes boosted the Labour Party's credibility and stability. And the both leaders demonstrate the adaptability, ethical governance, and also people-focused leadership. These Indra Nooyi's their experience at the helm depicts how flexibility, ethics, and people-related initiatives may apply transformational and situational principles leadership to facilitate and long-term organizational and also social change, which is the strategy of corporate and sustainability and the political legitimacy and stability, and also in the reform of the Labour Party. And coming to the next slide, this slide table tells about the recommendations of the assignment, which is that NUI can be in a position to create a balance between sustainability in a long term and profitability in the short term. Hence, ensuring the investor confidence, the persistence of innovation would be through the reinforcement of data-driven marketing and the encouragement of digital transformation in 2025. And also the Starbound may increase openness, facilitate the participatory decision making, and also promote creative risk taking, and which is data driven marketing and digital transformation. Will be the ensure the long term innovation in 2025, and also Starmer can encourage the more participatory decision making and also risk taking is that is creative innovation and participation, and boosting the level of public confidence should be encouraged by enhancing the transparency and empowering the various voices in his cabinet. And moving to the next slide, these are the reference. These are the reference we have used to complete our assignment. And thank you everyone.